Winter in the Ozarks can dish out anything. Rain, ice, snow, even tornadoes. Depend on the experience of the KY3 Storm Team. Dependable weather coverage when you need it. It's why KY3 is your weather authority.
State of Missouri suing several local car dealers, what it claims they are not doing. In the news at 10. Tonight on KY3 News at 10, details on a child pornography investigation. The disturbing evidence discovered at a local rental center. Also, putting child-proof caps to the test. The rise in poisoning cases and big mistakes parents often make. Tonight at 10.
On air, online, on the go. KY3 News at 10 starts now.
Tonight at 10, details on a disturbing child porn investigation. The evidence police discovered at a local rental center.
We put child-proof caps to the test because poisoning cases are up and parents are often making a big mistake.
And when we can look forward to the snow and ice from this latest bout of winter weather melting away. Good evening to you. I'm Ethan Forhetz.
And I'm Lisa Rose. It was great to see the sunshine today, but it didn't exactly warm us up a lot.
No, it didn't, but there's hope for the future, the rest of this week. It's very cold out there again tonight now since the sun has gone down. Beautiful sunset, too. Chief Meteorologist Ron Hurst has details tonight. Ron?
You know, maybe the local radio station will play that song, na-na-na-na-na-na-na, wave goodbye. I'd love to be able to wave goodbye to the snow, folks, and I think for much of this week, we're going to have quite a bit of melting out there. Here's a few of our weather headlines. We're going to continue to melt that snow. Temperatures this week, at least the highs are going to be well above freezing. Not necessarily well above average, but boy, by Friday, we may be talking about temperatures starting to push 60, and next Monday, they may be in excess of 60, so a little touch of spring in there. Unfortunately, we're going to have Wednesday in between all of that, and there could be some rain, maybe even a few flurries. This is not a big storm system, though, so we're not expecting any accumulation with that. All right, let's check out our planning forecast. In the morning, down around 12 degrees, still a little frigid there, but you want to grab the sunglasses as you head out the door. You know, there's lots of albedo light coming off of the snow there, so it's kind of bright out there, and we're going to melt off some of that snow as our temperatures push the mid-30s in the afternoon. So a pretty nice day, and the bonus, we won't have a whole lot of wind with that either, so that ought to feel pretty darn good. All right, I'll be back with this improving forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Ron. You've heard it before, on the air, online, and on the go. School closings and cancellations, road conditions, and, of course, up-to-the-minute weather conditions on KY3 right here, then online and on KY3.com, as well as your free KY3 smartphone apps.
Investigators say a rent-to-own business found disturbing images of child pornography stored on a recently returned smart television set. Now, a Barry County man is behind bars. KY3's Paula Morehouse has more now on how the child porn case unraveled.
I felt like we had about as close to a perfect neighborhood as you could get here, and unfortunately it didn't turn out that way.
Chris Seymour, along with his wife and 2 children, has lived in this Cassville neighborhood for about 8 years.
Kids pretty much run the neighborhood.
Seymour says nearly a dozen kids live on the street, and there are even a couple daycares. No one knew much, though, about one of the men living at this house on the corner of their street. That is, until recently. Investigators received a tip back in December 2013 after a business that rented a smart TV to a customer discovered child porn stored in the memory. The business reported it to police. After reviewing rental contracts, police say the TV had been rented to Matthew Casas, who lived at this corner house on West 11th Street. During the investigation, other information came in indicating child porn had been posted to various social networking sites. According to court documents, those illegal pictures included more than 100 images of children from infancy up to 10 years old involved in sexual poses or acts. Investigators say they traced the IP address to Casas. Then on Friday, officers executed a search warrant and arrested the 25-year-old man. As the news reached the neighborhood, Seymour says he and his family will be having a talk about safety and strangers.
We're going to probably sit down tonight and have a nice little discussion about it and kind of reevaluate things and reevaluate our rules on where the kids go or allowed to go in the neighborhood on their bikes or anything like that.
The defendant is locked up here at the Greene County Jail without bond for federal authorities. In Springfield, Paula Morehouse, KY3 News.
A man will not face charges in the accidental shooting of a 4-year-old girl. It happened in October at a home near Rogersville when the man was target shooting in his backyard. Zoe Dugan of Branson was killed. Christian County prosecutor Amy Fite tells KY3 she decided not to file charges after there was an independent review of that case. 3 men are facing charges for what police say are a series of home invasions and burglaries in northwest Springfield. Charged in the case are Joseph Smiley of Ash Grove, Herschel Marsh of Springfield, and Stephen Steele, also from Springfield. Police say at least 2 of the houses involved were hit twice, all 7 incidents happening between last August and January of this year. A teenager from Lebanon, meanwhile, is in hot water after reports of a possible attempted abduction. Police say a 16-year-old boy walked up to a 12-year-old girl outside her house, grabbed her, and said that if she didn't go back inside her house, he would kill her. She kicked the 16-year-old, we're told, ran on inside where her mother did call police. Juvenile authorities are now investigating.
A deputy was hit by a man he was chasing through Vernon County. Once the speeding driver stopped, the deputy pulled a gun and ordered him out of the car, but the officer says that the driver bumped the deputy, who opened fire as the car sped away. And this man, Derek Jones, was later arrested in Nevada and charged with assaulting an officer. Pictures tonight of a huge meth lab bust in Wright County. Deputies seized nearly 100 labs there, as you see. Officers from several agencies served warrants early Saturday morning at the property just west of Mountain Grove. A 2-year-old child was found in the house where those drugs were being made and is now in protective custody. 4 people were arrested during the raid, and they now face a number of drug charges.
The investigators say, Ethan?
Investigators say human remains found last year in Dixon are apparently those of a child. Results of a lab test show that the person was probably between the ages of 8 and 12. Authorities could not determine the child's gender. Authorities say DNA was extracted for comparison with missing children reports as they try to identify the child and the cause of death.
The finalist for Springfield Public School Superintendent met with members of the community today. John Jungman is a Southwest Missouri native who now runs the Liberty School District near Kansas City. Today, Dr. Jungman talked about the importance of moving schools forward, including developing plans for the buildings as well as developing engaging curriculums that incorporate technology.
The ability to have a conversation about what's that 21st century skill set, what are the things that my daughter, who's in 6th grade, who's going to graduate in 2020, who will be still working in 2060, needs to be doing right now in order that she'll be successful at that time.
A decision to hire Dr. Jungman could come as early as tomorrow.
They are designed to keep our kids safe, but are they really, in fact, childproof?
We're talking about those safety caps on medicine bottles and other kinds of bottles.